Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Valagar Aloevain. Alright, so the next quest that we're going to be doing is called Redfang the Unruled. And it's located right here. I guess we'll get rid of that. Right here in the market. So it's just a little bit east of the market tent. There's another quest right nearby. It is bestowed by Basil Tallbarrow. So we're going to just head right into this. Now, this is a fairly old quest. It's been around a long time. It is a fairly simple quest, and as you can see, the amount of experience given isn't that great, especially when you put it next to some of the other quests that we've been doing lately. But it is, in comparison, quite a bit easier. I do want to point out that there are a few traps in this quest itself. So that will definitely bring up the amount of experience, but overall it's not that big.
Dead assistants or failed adventurers.
Now you see these little spider eggs every now and then. I definitely recommend breaking them as fast as you can, as what happens is they can hatch and spawn in smaller spiders, and that's just that much less you gotta deal with there if you can break them before they hatch. Alright, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clear this room. Generally speaking, what you'll do here is you actually just head directly to the left and start pulling levers. There are a total of 2 levers that you need to pull. Alright. So, from when you enter here, if you make a direct left and head up the ladder, there will be a first lever here. And then your second lever is straight ahead of you, heading south, and it's just right up the ramp here as well. Or on the ramp, rather. Once you pull both of them, it opens up this door here. Now, most people do just hop down, and, you know, that definitely works. I do want to point out that, as you can see, there is a black widow that does spawn here in the corner, and if it sometimes spawns with a reaper, sometimes if you're not prepared for it, it can sneak up on you. So I definitely recommend just taking your time. And of course, Featherfall is definitely recommended here. You can make your way down without having Featherfall. However, it definitely makes your life so much easier having it and not having to deal with all the extra bit there. Now, sometimes there can actually be a named gargoyle that will spawn here. So just be prepared for that. As well, where all those barrels were, as you see, there is another trap. So if you do fall straight down, be aware you will be falling right into that flame jet. So definitely recommend when you are feather falling down the shaft that you aim for that last ramp and just walk down that way. Easiest to trap.
Hungry for a meal.
Alright, again, we do have 2 levers to open the door. Now our first lever is right here. Our second one is right around the corner. And again, as you can see, it can have another named here. Now, with some of these named creatures, they'll actually drop a little treasure bag pickup, which we can pick up. Not only does it give it a little bit of experience, but if once you complete the quest, when you talk to the guy at the end, or like the quest giver, he'll actually give you some starter kind of potions. They're not actually starter potions, but they are, you know, they're just some handy potions that you could use. Alright, so there's our second valve to open the door. Now, as you can see, there is a trap here. It is a spike trap. So you can time it and sneak past. Or again, if you have that trapper, you can disable it. And then we have a shrine here. Now, this shrine technically isn't a use or lose. However, I definitely recommend treating it as such. Simply because the path back up here is a difficult one. You'll have to like time your jumps, and you know, it's just overall like just this one here is kind of annoying to get to. That one there as well, and it's just hard to get back up. It is doable, but I definitely recommend just treating that shrine as a use or lose shrine. Alright, so once we get to the bottom, there are two scorpions, and a chest. Now this chest is almost always here. In fact, I do believe it is always here. It's been a long time since I've actually run this one here. But nothing special drops from that chest, so you don't need to worry. Actually, specifically, nothing really special drops from this quest at all. Even the end chest doesn't have any named loot. Alright, so from here, we have a lever just up and around the corner. So we do want to go up. So as soon as you get out of the pit, it's actually located directly to your left, on the northern side there. And it'll actually open up a door right here. Now we do need to come this way. We don't necessarily need to kill scorpions per se. All we have to do, and all we are required to do, is pull that lever. However, it is definitely easier to pull the lever with the scorpions dead. Alright, so now that both of those are pulled, it's actually going to open up.
Though there appears to be a way through this fight, the high ground seems safer.
It actually opens up a gate that we need in order to continue. And same with in this room here as well. Just down there, it has a lever that we need to pull in order to continue. So it is very important that you do stop in both of those, or stop in both those rooms to get the levers. Otherwise, in a short little bit, it will cut you off. Alright. So as you can see here, the floor is littered with spikes. In most cases, they are a decent distance apart from one another, and fairly easy to time to just walk through. But they do have a trap box. Now, it doesn't actually disable all the traps. However, as you can see, it does disable all these, giving you a nice path across the room here. And then we just have a lever to open our door, and we can continue. Now, this room here has a whole bunch of poison traps. Now, if you are a non-construct, that actually can be a bit of a difficult situation. If you are a Warforged character or a Blade Forged, obviously you are immune to poison here. Now there are several trap boxes throughout the room, so we're just going to show you what they are. So we'll start by heading to the right path, and then we have another. If I can search it, yes I can. Alright, so you see we have another jet, and then another trap box. And going on the other side now, kind of the same thing here. So let me search it. If you have the jump, make the jump here. And again, another box. Now, with all those boxes there, I do want to point out it doesn't actually shut off all the traps here. So that one is still activated. But that's about it. All the other ones are off. Now, as you'll notice, once we do reach the door, it does shut down, so you do need to climb right next to it. Pull the lever, nothing special. Alright. So once again, just a lever here to pull, which has a third crystal. And these are what those other levers are used for here. Ooh, we got bile as well.
Bile's chitinous body clatters to the floor.
So again, a collectible treasure bag to pick up that will give us an extra potion at the end here. So those rune levers that I was mentioning to pull, such as that one there, and the one we just pulled, that's actually used to open up this door. So if we hadn't pulled any one of them, this door would still be closed, and you'd have to backtrack your way in order to get them.
As if a more potent
As soon as we come through this door, almost immediately it does have a flame trap, which is disableable, of course. And then we have another one around the corner here. Now we can actually use, or not this corner, the next corner, sorry. I have actually used the flame jets if you're a little leery on taking that rust monster on. The flame jet is located just right here, and as you can see, they can actually damage the enemies as well, which I do think is a really cool feature. In a lot of games that doesn't happen. Though I will point out, be cautious, as certain quests, the traps don't hit the enemies for some reason. Alright, so from here, we're almost at the end. Actually, the end room is just through that door, but right before we get there, we do have an extra optional guy here. Now this one is always up, and is to the fire, so if you, again, a little leery on taking on that troll, you just leave this fire jet up, and just pull them through there. Just again, be careful not to burn yourself. And then we have 2 chests in this room. Alright, finally we're on to the end room of this area. Now this has some spiders, surprise surprise, and a named spider. Now, once you kill Redfang, it actually doesn't immediately end the quest. So feel free to, if you're not at Ransack yet, feel free to focus on the spider and take them out first. Again, they drop the little treasure bag there. So you can use that time after you've killed the spider to run around and make sure that you get your Ransack, as again, there's an okay amount of breakables in this room. So if you don't have it yet, you can definitely get it. Once you are content with the breakable bonus that you have, go ahead and grab that. And then let's grab our end chest here. And that's that. So we can recall out. So I'm just going to quickly grab our chest. And I'm going to finish out. So I'll show you those potions that you can get for turning in those creatures. Now, they aren't always up, so sometimes you might only get one or the other, or sometimes I've actually gotten none of them. So it is chance whether or not you get them. So here's found another large spider, and so he gave us a potion of Cat's Grace, and then the stinger to the scorpion gave us a potion of Fox's Cunning. And then finally, we can turn in our end quest reward, which I'm just going to grab some more heroic deeds, bolster the guild. Alright, well, thank you guys all for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Have a good one, all.